Are you taking the OET test this year? Want to know what happens? Watch this video where I tell you everything you need to know about test day. Hi, I'm Jo from Specialist Language Courses. We are OET premium preparation providers, which means you are in the right place to learn about OET. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Let's go! So first we're going to talk about what you need to remember before test day, what you need to take, and what will happen on the day. In preparation for your exam, make sure you check your emails where you will receive confirmation of your venue and times. It's essential that you check the ID you used to book your exam is still valid on the test date, or you will not be able to sit the exam. You will only be allowed to take permitted items, so make sure to buy anything you need. And finally, if you require any special exam arrangements, you need to contact OET in advance so that these arrangements can be provided. So what do you need to take with you on test day? Let's take a look at the permitted items. Don't forget your valid ID so that your identity can be confirmed. You are allowed to take non-mechanical pens and pencils, erasers, 2B pencils, a pencil sharpener, and a clear plastic water bottle. The following items are not allowed on test days. These include jewellery and hair accessories, electronic devices, bags, correction fluid or tape, mechanical pens or pencils, highlighters, and paper. You will not be allowed to take any of these items into the exam. So now let's take a look at what happens during the exam. As we've just looked at, you will need to be prepared and have the permitted items with you. Once you arrive at the test centre, you will have your ID checked and you'll be provided with a locker and a key for any bags or mobile phones that you need to store. Then you will be shown to the waiting room, and when it's time, you will go through to the exam room. Now let's take a look at what happens for each of the papers. You will sit the exam papers in the following order. First, listening, followed by the reading, then the writing paper, and you will sit the speaking test at your designated times following these papers. So let's start with listening. First, there will be a sound check, and you need to listen carefully to the instructions and regulations. Make sure to ask any questions at this point before the exam starts. You will be given a personalised exam paper, so check all the details are correct before signing the candidate declaration, and then the listening exam will begin. You cannot leave the exam room during any of the listening tests. For listening part A, you can use pen or pencil. But for listening part B and C, you need to use a 2B pencil to complete your answers. And use the 2 minutes wisely to check your answers after part C finishes. Next is reading. Again, you'll be given instructions and need to check that all of the details on your exam paper are correct before signing the declaration. You will have 15 minutes to complete reading part A, and you cannot leave the room during part A. After you've completed that, your paper will then be collected and you have 45 minutes to complete parts B and C. You cannot leave the room during the first and final 10 minutes of reading parts B and C. Similarly to the listening paper, you can use a pen or pencil, but for reading B and C, you must use a 2B pencil to complete your answers. Make sure you write down your answers as carefully as you can, as you won't have any time to check your answers once part C finishes. As soon as reading finishes, you'll begin the writing paper. Again, you need to check all your details are correct and sign the candidate declaration. You then have 5 minutes to read through the case notes, but you mustn't write anything during this time. You then have 40 minutes to write your letter. Once the writing paper's finished, you will have a break before the speaking exam. This is a good opportunity to take a toilet break, get something to eat and drink, or just clear your head before the speaking exam. However, it's important that you leave enough time to repeat your ID check before you're assigned speaking test time. The exam starts with the warm-up section, which is not assessed, and then you have 3 minutes to prepare for the role play. You can ask questions about pronunciation or meaning during these 3 minutes, but not questions about how to do the actual role play. When both the role plays have finished, you will leave directly without taking any materials with you or speaking to any of the candidates who are waiting. So here are my top tips for test day. Prepare your items the night before. Get there in plenty of time. Don't forget your ID and be confident. Don't panic. If you think you've made a mistake, carry on and do the best that you can. And remember, be prepared and succeed in the exam. So when are you taking your OET test? Write in the comments below. And if you like this video, please let others know by liking and sharing so we can help more people pass the OET exam. See you next time. Bye. Let's go. Did I do something wrong? Don't forget to subscribe so you know when we post for more videos like this. Okay. And don't panic. If you think you've made a mistake, carry on. It might not be as bad as you think. And if you like this video, please share with your friends by liking and sharing. No. So when are you taking your OET test? Right. Phew.